Petco Park, a new beginning, let's go. Started back rocking the brown. Ever since we been knocking them down. Baby said she wanna go to the game. Taught her how to say Padres gang. Started back rocking the brown. Ever since we been knocking them down. Mitchell and Ness with the old school name. All of the homies holler Padre gang. Yeah, they.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Talking Friars pregame show for September 21st, 2022. Padres and the Cardinals tonight. 6:40 is the first pitch, the second of three. Padres with the great win last night. I thought it was pretty much a great team effort win, if that makes sense. Clevenger pitched really well. Manny, Soto, Kim, Cronenworth, they all came through. Multiple guys on offense. So you love to see that. It wasn't just the star players, but it was also some of the smaller guys that came through. And look, if this team continues to play the way they're playing as a team, the burn the ships thing, and that mantra of leave everything behind. You only can go one way right now. You got to go now. If the Padres want to win, they want to get to the postseason, they got to win games now. And your best chance to win games now is by everyone being all in, everyone being team players and putting those personal desires away, burning that ship, and play as a team. And that's what I'm seeing so far. Since that Friday players only meeting, the Padres are 4-0. They're looking for their fifth straight win tonight. That would be tied for their longest winning streak of this season. So things are going really well. Their magic number is 10, I believe. Let me check if the Brewers game it should be over. Milwaukee won today. Okay, so they won 6-0 against the Mets. So the Padres' magic number is still 10. With a win tonight, though, the Padres' magic number would be 9. Going into tonight's game, the Padres have a 3.5-game lead on Milwaukee for a playoff spot. They have a game-and-a-half lead on Philadelphia, who plays Toronto later today, on the second wild card spot. So they're in good positioning. Philadelphia has definitely helped the Padres. Philadelphia has lost 5 games in a row. Padres are trying to win their 5th in a row. So it's those are the ups and downs of a big league season. You don't want your downs to be right now near the end of September, but that's what's happening for some teams in baseball. Doesn't seem like that's what's happening for the Padres, and that's good news. Albert Pujols, obviously, that's a storyline. The storyline, at least nationally, in this series. Can he get to 700 home runs? I was there last night. The entire third baseline with Cardinals fans, they were standing the entire at-bat, every at-bat that Albert was up. Everyone in left field was standing the entire at-bat. You just don't see that. And so they were definitely aware of history being close. It was cool to see the machine, Albert Pujols, in action. It was cool, kind of, not to see him hit a home run because the Padres won, and you can say, Clev can say, hey, I'm not giving up the 700th home run. I'm not even giving up 699. Pujols still got a couple hits, including, I think, in the 9th inning, and I remember standing there because I think there were 2 outs, and I'm like, yep. They call him the machine for a reason. It's not just a dumb nickname. Like, he's still a machine. He's 42 years old or whatever, and the guy is still getting hits, multiple hits. Even though they're just singles, he's still a hit machine. And the fact that he's doing this right now at age 42 with the team that he grew up with and had all that success early on before signing with the Angels, I think it's a cool story. I know there's some fans that don't want to see the 700th home run hit here. If he hits one today, then he can hit one maybe tomorrow. I don't think he'd hit 2 in one day. But it's going to be packed, I would think, again, probably close to 40,000 seats filled at Petco Park again today. So it'll be fun. Padres looking for their 83rd win of the year. Cardinals looking for their 88th win. By the way, you can follow at Talking Friars if you have not already on Twitter for the in-game clips. I'll probably start those around 7:15 today because I do have something I have to take care of at the start of the Padre game. I'm also on Instagram as well at Talking Friars. I encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel for daily Padres content if you have not already. And if you want to support the channel, you want to make sure that I get that comment of yours or question up on the screen. You can use the super chat button, that $sign in the comments. And then on regular videos, you can use the super thanks button as well. All right, let's get started with the pitching matchup today. Miles Mikolas on the mound for the Cardinals, Blake Snell on the mound for the Padres. Miles Mikolas, he was really good to start the season. His ERA at one point was 1.96 through his first 9 starts of the year. I don't believe he faced the Padres this year. No, he did not face the Padres. His last start, 6 innings, 3 runs. The start before that, 5 innings, 4 runs. So he has not been as solid as he was to start the year. I mean, August 9th, I know it was at Coors Field, but 14 hits in 2 2/3 innings. Gave up 10 runs there. Imagine if the Padres could do that today. Just totally spoil the Cardinal fans' moods. Obviously, I'm not really looking at the stats tonight, like what he's done going into today, because I think it's a fascinating storyline of what happened between him and Manny, thanks to Miles Mikolas's comments. Remember back in 2020, Miles Mikolas, I believe, was hurt. I forget what the injury was. It was probably an arm injury, and he jumped on a podcast and kind of ripped Manny for not hustling, saying that he dogs it down the line. And the question, I believe, I'll play the audio here. The question that was posed towards Miles Mikolas was, who would you pitch more carefully to, I believe? Is it Manny or Tatis? Mikolas said Tatis, essentially because he can still make something happen with his legs if he doesn't hit the ball well, if it hits a ground ball. Where Manny, he's just going to dog it down the line and it's an easy out. So here is that audio. Miles Mikolas. Let me get that ready. Here we go.
Pitch carefully to Machado or Tatis. Pick your poison.
I'm pitching to Machado because if he rolls over on it, he's dogging it to first and that's an easy out. Tatis pretty quick.
It's a 5-4-3. Yeah,
I've watched that happen a couple of different times where teams pitched around Tatis to get to Machado, even though I think Machado ended up with better numbers across the board.
Yeah, so that's a shot at Manny. There's no doubt that's a shot at Manny, saying that, if he rolls it over, he's going to dog it to first, so it's an easy out. Well, I hope Miles Mikolas remembers those comments that he said to Manny, and I hope he knows that Manny definitely knows that he said that about him. There's no doubt that baseball players, they don't forget things, and if there was a slight towards Manny like that by the opposing starting pitcher, I'm pretty sure Manny is going to know about that, and that's exactly what's happened in this case. So Manny does know about it. I'm 100% convinced. And if I was Miles Mikolas, I'd be very, very concerned, or not concerned. I'd be very careful with how I pitch to Manny Machado tonight. Don't leave a fastball hanging anywhere. Don't leave a breaking ball hanging anywhere. Manny's definitely going to be my Padre pick tonight, by the way, because I just believe that Manny's going to want to get a hit so bad off of Miles Mikolas. I don't know if Miles Mikolas is going to pitch him perfectly. And I don't know. I don't think that Manny likes having pitchers slight him. So I'm going to go with Manny as my Padre pick today. He is third in the lineup. He is batting third, playing third. Yesterday, I went with Josh Bell as my Padre pick. He did get a hit, so I am 94-49 so far this season in my pregame show Padre pick. As for Blake Snell, let's get to him. We'll get to the lineups as well, bullpen situation. Blake Snell, last start, he was great. 7 innings against the Diamondbacks, gave up 1 run, walked none. That's what I love, obviously. Not walking guys, not giving those extra free passes. 7 punch outs. Yeah, he gave up that 1 home run, but that was pretty much his, one big mistake. And if that's what's going to happen, 7 innings, 1 run every time, obviously sign me up for that. That's like ace type stuff. And right now, he'd either be pitching game 2 or game 3 of the wild card series. He's turned it around. Obviously, first half wasn't so great, but that's what Blake Snell has been in his career. Second half, Blake Snell has been a whole lot better. Yeah, he gave up 5 runs against the Dodgers, had that one bad inning. Gave up 6 runs against Cleveland August 24th. Had some home runs that he allowed there, 3 home runs, in fact. But if you look at the other outings since July 23rd, I mean, starting with that date, 5 innings, no runs, 6 innings, 1 run, 6 innings, 1 run, 5 2/3 innings, 1 run, 6 innings shutout against Washington, 5 innings, 2 runs, 6 innings, no runs, skipping over that Cleveland start that I mentioned. 6 innings, I already talked about that one. 6 innings, no runs against the Giants. 6 innings, 1 run against the Diamondbacks September 5th. Already touched on the Dodgers start, but then obviously last time out, 7 innings, 1 run. And so the fastball looks good. When he is locating the breaking balls and he can throw the fastball for a strike, I mean, his last start, 70% of his fastballs that he threw were for strikes. If he can do that consistently, he is an ace. He is not going to be giving up a ton of runs because that fastball, if he's putting it in the zone, he gets swings and misses from that fastball, or he gets guys popping it up. Then you can complement the fastball with breaking balls, and he can get a lot of grounders, or he can get guys popping those up, or get a lot of swings and misses. And so I'm excited to see Blake Snell go attack the zone tonight. Again, hopefully he can continue throwing fastballs for strikes. If he does, I think the way the Padres offense is performing, not a lot of selfishness in the lineup. Guys just doing their role, getting on base, whatever their role is to help the team. The way that's going, Snell pitches like, quality start. That's a Padres win, I think, because this Padres bullpen's been really good as well. By the way, let me get to the bullpen situation. So Garcia and Hill both went 15 pitches last night. Nick Martinez went 14. I think Nick Martinez would be available again today if he were to pitch a high leverage situation. If there were a high leverage situation to come up, or if it's the 8th inning and the Padres are like tied, or it's a 1-run game or something, or even a 2-run game at the lead, 3-run game, whatever. I expect him to be available. 14 pitches. He can do that again tonight. It wasn't the other day. He pitched 2 innings against the Diamondbacks, and it was 15 pitches. So he's been efficient with his pitches, and I absolutely love that. Garcia, I thought, looked pretty good last night. I know he gave up the hit to Pujols. Tim Hill has allowed 2 runs since I put this out on Twitter earlier today. He's allowed 2 runs in his last 24 games, a .86 ERA. So he might be available again today. Josh Hader got up yesterday when Garcia had, I think it was 1 base runner or 2 base runners, whatever it was. He got up but didn't get in the game. He'll be available today to close. And then Morahone, Wilson, Suarez, Johnson, they have all had at least 2 days off, so they should be good to go. All right, getting to the lineup. So Cardinals lineup, let's see if it's out. It is not out yet. Padres lineup, Profar's leading off in left. You got the righty on the mound. Juan Soto's in right field. He's batting second. Manny's playing third, batting third. Crony is at second base, batting fourth. Josh Bell is DHing. He's batting fifth. So no Brandon Drury tonight. Ha-Sung Kim's at shortstop, batting sixth. Will is back at first base after Drury played first last night. Will was on the bench. So he's batting seventh at first base. Nola is catching, and he's batting eighth. And then Azokar is batting ninth in center. Obviously, Jose Azokar is the starting center fielder. He's been the starting center fielder for the last, I want to say, 4 games. Maybe it's either 4 or 3. But he's been playing. He's deserved the playing time. And Grisham's going to continue riding the bench. If Azokar continues having good at-bats, getting on base, stuff like that. So I like the lineup tonight. Again, my Padre pick is Manny. I think he's definitely going to have a chip on his shoulder tonight. He's definitely going to remember that comment that Miles Michaelis made about him in 2020. And guess what? When players in the big leagues say, "Oh, this guy dogs it to first," okay, you could say that if he, rolls one over. So I guess you could say that that statement, I guess, is accurate sometimes. But you saying that to Manny Machado, Manny, at least for me, I think that he definitely holds, I don't want to say personal grudges, but just go back to my point of he remembers when people say wrong things about him. If you've seen those videos Marty Caswell has posted in the clubhouse in interviews after games and stuff, he's always barbing back and forth with Kevin Acee. When Kevin Acee says something, he always comes back with some type of comment. Like, "Are you sure about that?" There was a couple weeks ago, it was a simple thing as Kevin Acee saying Manny hit a ball onto the balcony on the Western Metal Building. And Manny was like, "Balcony? We don't have a balcony here. What, a balcony?" Kevin was right, but he listens intently to everything. And I just don't believe anyone that thinks that, "Oh, Manny has no idea what Miles Michaelis said about him." So I'm just warning Miles, pitch to this guy carefully tonight, or you might regret it. All right. By the way, breakingt.com, I want to promote that again today. The Burn the Ship shirt, it is out. Visit breakingt.com. I don't know if it's breakingt.com/Talking Friars. They said that they changed the link so that it would be that. Let me check real quick. Yeah, there we go. Here, I'll put the link in the chat again. So it's the Burn the Ships, the new mantra for the team. Jake Cronenworth put that on the whiteboard in Arizona. I think it was during the players only meeting. It was on Friday, I assume. And that turned things, or it has turned things around since that has happened. Literally burn the ships, like meaning, well, I shouldn't say literally because that's not what it means. Not literally burn ships, but the ship that has, your negative thoughts and your personal desires on it, burn it. You want to win? You want to go win a World Series? You want to make the postseason? You got to win now. You got to play as a team now. You got to be committed as a team. Be engaged. Every single pitch matters. You can't go back to that shit with your personal desires on it. Can't go back to that. You got to go one direction, and that is as a team, taking advantage of every little thing you can on a daily basis to win games on a daily basis. Win every day. That's the ship that you should be on. So that's what the shirt's about. If you go and hit that link, you'll see in the description it says there's no going back now, San Diego. That's what Crony pretty much said to the media when asked about the burn the ships thing. So if you want that shirt, I was wearing it yesterday at Petco. That is available, breakingt.com/Talking Friars, or you can just use that link, copy that link from in the chat, and you can look that up and get one for yourself. All right, let's get to the chat here. Irie says, "What up, Ben? Don't want to jinx anything, but it would be nice to get something better than a 5-game win streak all year." I agree. It would be nice to get more than a 5-game win streak in October. I'll tell you that. JD says, "Drury and Myers need to stay in the lineup." I think they like Bell, though, because he can switch hit. Myers and Drury, I believe, are righties only. I know Myers is. So they're going matchup-wise there, and Bell, if you can switch hit, that's appealing to the Padres. Same thing with Profar leading off. He can switch hit. Cameron says, "Zokar deserves a starting center field role rest of the year." He's going to get it as long as he continues playing well. Jeffrey says, "Need to get to the magic number." What's number? Need to get the magic number to single digits. Yeah, if they get a win tonight, it will be at 9. Milwaukee won today, so it's still at 10. Jeffrey says, did you get to engage with Hampel yesterday? Kind of hope Judge gets to 62 while he's here. I kind of agree with that. I went over to left field to see where he was. Yeah, he was sitting in 128. And while I was there, actually, I guess he was still whining about what happened in Colorado at Coors Field. And talking about how the security guard was wrong because the security guard was filmed by another fan yesterday, and he kind of further explained why he got mad at Hampel in that YouTube video that Hampel posted. And he was trying to make himself be the victim and say, Coors Field security, Rockies, you got to be better. And it wasn't fun for him. When, according to the security guard, and I'm going to believe the security guard, because he's not on YouTube trying to get clout or anything. He's just doing his job, and he was asked by a fan. And so he's just giving his side of the story. He said that Hampel, I guess one of the players was trying to throw a ball to a kid. The kid dropped it, and Hampel went, picked it up, and walked away. Didn't give it to the kid. That was during batting practice before that game, before that same security guard got mad at him for going in a wheelchair-only section. So I feel like the security guard's right here. I did not really engage with him. The only thing I did though, I asked about Judge and what is his plan there. He said he's going to be in New York on Friday. So if Judge can get to 62 before Friday, that would probably make a lot of baseball fans happy. And if Pujols doesn't get to 700 while Hampel's in San Diego, that would probably make also a lot of baseball fans happy as well. So I did not really engage with him. I only asked about Judge. But yeah, he was in left field. He was actually filming a fight that was happening in left field during the game. Probably going to post that on his YouTube. He was probably just glad that he wasn't in it. Sorry, I'm just putting someone in timeout. DVD Pass says, who knows more ball, you or Hog? Yeah, definitely me. That's all I say about that. Yeah, definitely me. Risk it for the biscuit asks, is Zokar in the lineup again today? Is he our center fielder from here on out if he keeps playing as he has? Yes. Yeah, he's earned it. He's getting on base a lot. His average is high. He's playing a good defense. Even ground balls as a second, he's sprinting out of the box and almost beating throws. He definitely deserves it. He's given that all-out effort. Yeah, congratulations to the Storm, by the way. Not world champions, the California League champions. But yeah, good for them. Victor Lizarraga, I think he's 18 or something. He pitched well last night. Jackson Merrill, Padres top prospect. He's on that team. Yeah, good for them. They won it with James Wood not being on the team anymore. Probably another guy that was on the team. I don't know if Josh Ramirez was on the team earlier this year, but yeah, they had some talent leave because of the trade, obviously, and they still won. So props to them. Gil asks, Morhone, closer or starter next year? Depends on what the Padres do in the offseason. They probably would want him to stay in a relief role, just health reasons and stuff. And they probably want to bring back Clevenger, I would think. And then he would be, the fourth starter? You got Snell, Musgrove, Darvish, Clevenger, and then so maybe bring back Clev and then sign another starter. All right, I think that's going to do it. Talking Friars pregame show, September 21st. Padres, Cardinals. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. 6:40 is the first pitch. You'll have the clips at Talking Friars on Twitter. See everybody. Go Pods. Keep the faith.